welcome to This Walking Life. I'm the bloke who walks, and big news today in Melbourne, Australia is in the state of Victoria, in the city of Melbourne. The big announcement today, it's Sunday the 18th of October. We're just learning that our strict hard lockdown stage 4 restrictions have been placed since late July this year to be relaxed. So as this channel is in a very embryonic stage, what I've noticed is with a lot of YouTube channels, they do a lot of reaction videos. So we're calling this the COVID-19, the reaction video to easing of we're calling this the COVID-19 reaction video to easing of stage 4 restrictions in Melbourne, Australia. There you go. So what I've got on in the background is the Premier of our state, the captain of this COVID-19 ship getting us through this. His press conference is currently still running, so I thought, what better way to make this an authentic, not so live broadcast, because I'm not live streaming yet to this channel, but I thought it might be good to record a video where in my third director's commentary video I'm going to be talking about some plans for where this channel is going, and today is a good way of me explaining why there's so many videos of my local area. Well, we've been locked down basically into a 5 kilometre travel limit, which is why there's so many of the first videos for this channel are in my local area. But it's also given me a good chance to test what I'm doing. And it's really early days, so I have subscribers already. There's 4 of you. So to the fantastic 4 subscribers that see some value in the content that's up so far, thanks very much. And hopefully that will increase over time. I'm sure it will, given how I've seen examples in other channels. Anyway, so I've put a time limit on myself this afternoon for this video. I'm going to try and not go over 15 minutes. I thought it would be a good chance to explain in a separate video, a bonus content video, I'm going to call this. Just explain, now that I can get out of my 5 kilometre limit, where am I planning on going to film for this channel. So regardless of whether you know Melbourne or not, so here's the list of places that I've got in mind, that I've jotted down that I'm going to go to celebrate the extra 20 kilometres that I can travel from tomorrow. And I'm still not up to speed with exactly, as an individual, what I'm allowed to do. I can't actually obtain an essential workers permit as a solo. What do I call myself? A startup business entrepreneur, digital entrepreneur is how I'm seeing my operations at the moment, my model of operations. So I'm still not up to speed. I've got to just review what details have been released by the government, but I'm pretty sure I can travel into the city tomorrow, at least for a haircut, which I was nearly going to do myself at home today, but then I thought, no, I'll give back to the community that little bit more, go to my usual place to get a haircut where I've been going since 1998. They're in De Graves Lane. So restrictions and rules permitting, tomorrow being Monday, I'm going to be off to the city to get a haircut, and because it's in De Graves Lane, one of Melbourne's more famous laneways and attractions, that's a good opportunity to show off De Graves Lane to anyone that knows it and doesn't know it. That'll make a good video. But some other places that I'm planning to go, in no particular order, over over the summer months basically is around Docklands in Melbourne, which is not really that well known. Most people in Melbourne don't go to Docklands for leisure activities. It's quite tricky to get to. It takes a bit of time. You've got to drive through the city. You've got to find car parking, which is not that great. It's easy to get to on public transport, but as a retail and tourist attraction area, it's still underperforming. But I like it, and I'll be walking north-south around the Docklands area. Another place is the Brighton Beach Bayside walk from Brighton Beach Station down to Sandringham. That's a great walk, and that'll be the kind of lifestyle video that I think will do well on this channel. Hopefully, we'll do that in the morning, early in the morning through daybreak. A separate video at the Sandringham Marina, the Elwood to Brighton Beach walk, also in the same southern Bayside area, but closer to Melbourne. Back to my local area, the Blackburn Lake, which is a bit of a hidden treasure here in the eastern suburbs. More locals than anyone else go there. It's not really a tourist attraction per se. A favourite walk of mine, South Melbourne, the suburb of South Melbourne to Richmond train station, and that traverses over St Kilda Road, through the Botanic Gardens, over the Swan Street Bridge, past the MCG, past the Melbourne Tennis Centre where the Australian Open is held, and goes past the football soccer stadium there. And also another great walk is from Jolimont Station, well actually from Flinders Lane through the Jolimont area and the Fitzroy Gardens out to Richmond train station is also another good one. So that's the plan at the moment with this channel. Oh, why am I wearing a mask? Okay, I'm obviously at home today. Oh, that's the alarm. That's the 15. That's the fifth. I'll give myself another 5 minutes to wrap this up because I don't want to bang on too long. Succinct and to the point is not one of my strengths. But why am I wearing a mask? Just more or less to drive home the fact that in Melbourne, we've been in these very strict stage 4 restrictions since the second last week or the last week of July. It was meant to be 6 weeks, and then it got extended. It was supposed to be easing next weekend, and it's been very tricky the last couple of weeks to know where things will go because our case numbers were so high, but nowhere near what's going on in Europe or America or India or Brazil. But I think our community is scared stiff from a leadership point of view in state and federal politics, that people coming in from overseas are going to bring this virus back with them, and we need to be so careful and consistent in the way our community handles those challenges, that if we haven't got our own home and business environment sorted out, we're not going to be able to handle the people coming in from overseas. So it's been a really interesting thing to live through. It's been a real challenge, and it's been an experience. That's all I can say at this stage. So in deference to making sure that the viewers know that we're still under hard lockdown here today up until 11:59 tonight, I thought I'd wear the mask today and drive home that fact for this particular bonus content video. What I envisage is as these restrictions ease, and I'll do another one of these videos. It's just to help people who don't live in Melbourne and may be hungry for what other people around the world or around the country are experiencing. Anyway, it's just a visual hook as well. If you just happen to land on this channel and you're not sure what it's about, so I'm going to finish up here. at this stage, the way this channel is organically evolving is it looks like I'll be putting up one new full-length video every 2 or 3 days. I'm going to split it into 2 or 3 shorter videos out of that long-form video that gets published. I'm going to create teaser trailers of anywhere between 3 and 9 minutes in length. But ostensibly this channel is just going to be a straightforward walking tour video content channel, and what I'm looking forward to is I'm going to roll out another 2 channels in the next maybe 2 weeks, one about this property life, and one that will be a specific platform where I'm looking forward to publishing 40 to 50 hours worth of content that I filmed 4 years ago around the local area, all about public transport, infrastructure, construction and changes. So thank you for visiting this channel, however long or short that may be. Whatever your feedback or thoughts are is appreciated, but like every other YouTube channel content owner and creator, I would appreciate if you leave any feedback, like or subscribe, comment. If you become a subscriber, there's a notification bell, and there's also going to be content throughout my social media platforms as well from time to time, and that's it. Thanks for watching today, and like everyone else around the globe, around the country, around Melbourne, I hope that whatever your challenges are, that your situation is what you want it to be, and that we can all stick fast and ride this out, because it will end. It won't last forever. The human race has experienced these kind of things before, and we'll get through this, and it's just one more challenge in life to meet. I'm the bloke who walks. This is your walking life, and bye for now.
It's Waterman. Welcome to Project Melbourne Metro Underground Rail, the site of the new Parkville station. If you come with me, we'll start right away. Waterman, yes, I'm a transport consultant for the government. It's my job to act as a liaison between STM, Asia Pacific and the government of Victoria, and the Transport Minister in particular, to advise on timelines and make sure that everything to do with the contract that's been awarded to this firm, that the timeline's being met. So it's my pleasure to welcome you today as a visitor and investor from interstate and overseas. We'll be taking a short tour of the site, so if you come with me, we'll start right now. That ends our tour for today. We hope you enjoyed this insight into the state government's preparations for how your investment money is being spent here at the site of the proposed new Parkville station as part of the Melbourne Metro Underground Rail project. My name's Waterman. If you have any more questions, you can contact me by the Victorian State Government Department of Transport or STM Asia Pacific Construction.
just want to just say a couple of things about the grand final. Now, the grand final is very different this year, very different for obvious reasons. And whilst I know that many people would normally spend time with family and friends to celebrate that day, whether their team's in the grand final or not, it's a big part of who we are. But your household, and only the members of your household, that's how grand final day has to be. You can't have friends over into your home. You can't pretend that it's over because we all desperately want it to be. As important as that is, as in a cultural sense, in a very passionate way, but for every single footy fan across our state, it's not worth risking all that we've done, all that we've built, all that we can do in just a few days' time by having gatherings that are unsafe. I do not have enough time today to explain and go through and give you case study after case study after case study of people who quite innocently have visited others in their home. A group of 10, a group of 15, a group of 20. At the start of the visit, there's one person with coronavirus. At the end of the visit, everyone's got it. And then they go back to their households and it spreads and spreads and spreads. We can't have that happen. We cannot have that happen. I'm appealing to people, as significant as the day is, it's got to be different. It has got to be different. The teams that are in that grand final have had, well, arguably the most difficult season ever. They've followed the rules. They've been in quarantine. They've had all sorts of different restrictions placed on them, and we need to do the same. It's not an ordinary grand final in every sense. We want to take some steps soon thereafter, and certainly a week after, and we just can't be having people coming around to your house and socialising as if this was an ordinary year. It is not. It is not. And no barbecue with friends on that day or any day is worth giving everything we've built back and making sure that it counts for nothing. That's not our strategy, but I just wanted to call that out because I know it's a significant day for all of us. But this is a very different year, a very different year indeed. Now, you've all got information. We're not going to sort of freestyle on different questions. If you've got questions, we'll follow them up. Some we'll be able to answer now. Others we may want to come back to you with precise wording, and there is a lead-in time, and that's really important. But I'm not sure who wants to go next. Martin, do you want to? I'll now throw to the Health Minister, and then perhaps the Chief Health Officer can add to his comments, and we can take any and all questions that you have.
Well, thanks, Premier. All Victorians have achieved a remarkable result over the last few months. Everyone who has dug deep and made extraordinary sacrifices and carried an extraordinary burden has allowed us to see the results of the last few months, from that record high of over 700 now down for consecutive days to single figures. These extraordinary efforts mean, as the Premier has indicated, that we're able to take some careful, measured but significant steps towards introducing a COVID-safe system for all Victorians. Currently, I just wanted to address what that meant for a few particular areas, particularly allied health professionals, give you an update on statewide testing, and just bring our regional communities up to date with the extraordinary efforts the Shepherd